Hey everyone, it's Neptork here, back for another reaction video. We have the May New Heroes banner. It comes before the Special Heroes banner of May, because it's always the Fallen Heroes. And it's probably, except for August, it's probably the one time of the month in which the New Heroes banner is more popular than the Special Heroes banner. So, we have New Heroes and Rearmed Didu. I don't know about this one. Let's see what we got. If this is all three houses, it's going to make a lot of people salty. And I don't blame them, really. Is that a Lear? Why is she a freaking armor, man? It looks good, but I don't want a fucking armor. I'm so sick of armors. The only armors I want are like Edelgards, that like high mobility armors.
Tracking Tiger Tackle.
We've had so many armors in the past. Jeez. It's quite the shot there. Right. I love the artwork though. I'm just pissed off it's an armor. Is that Shez? No. It's male Illyr.
Not a defect.
Dude, why does he get to be infantry? Fucking hell, man. Music's awesome, by the way.
Save your words.
Save your words.
I am a fell dragon.
Is that Miracle? I don't know. We've actually had a couple of years of not duds, but kind of less. Huh?
Those who resist
Lena.
Lord Medius
It looks
die.
so much like Maria.
As you command.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm already really bummed by this. This sucks.
Please. Please. Yes?
Hopefully none of these are like meta heroes that I may need to pull
You will
for.
die.
Oh my gosh, that animation is so good. What the hell? Yeah, I thought it looked like Maria at first. I think Maria's artwork still looks better. Okay.
I only live because of his majesty.
Okay, it's another armor. Holy shit! Did he just... He just triggered save from forever. How far away was he? Throw some rocks in your face. Dude, look how far away he is. No way. Okay. Let's look through everything. I am not happy. First off, if Alear is skipping work, they need to fire her. Well, I should say anyone who lives in California, if you are skipping work, you have AI protection. So if you're skipping work now, should be replaced. See ya. This artwork looks awesome. I wish we could, wish it wasn't freaking. Oh, I wish it wasn't armored. All right, Felchild's arts. Accelerate special trigger. Unit attacks twice. Okay, that's general dragon shit and Alear shit. If foe initiates combat or a unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25% at the start of combat, inflicts penalty on foe's attack, defense, res equal to the number of distinct game titles among allies within 3 spaces of unit times 3 plus 9. Reduces percentage of foes non-special, reduces damage by X%, skills by 50%. Unit deals plus X damage, and X will be 20% of unit's res. Reduces damage from foes' attacks by X, and reduces damage from foes' special by X. Super freaking tanky. Fell Blast boosts damage by 50% of unit's res when special triggers. At start of player phase or enemy phase, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Fell Spear to unit and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn, which will inflict Spectrum -4 on foe and neutralizes effects that prevent units' counterattacks during combat. Any reduces damage by X% effect that can be triggered only once per combat by units equipped special skill can be triggered up to twice per combat. And also when unit or foe is engaged, inflicts an additional Spectrum -2 on foe during combat. Shit. That's really good. If foe initiates combat or unit or foe's special is ready or unit or foe's special triggered before or during this combat, reduces damage from foe's next attack by 40%. And then unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range during combat. This is crazy good. Like, this Fell Spear thing's awesome. It's such an awesome... It's such an awesome... like a support ability. I love being able to avoid, dazzling effects. So we have Diluvial Boost, which is, oh, okay. This is going to be HP plus 5. If the foe initiates combat or unit's HP is greater than 50% at the start of combat, grants attack, defense, res plus 9 unit during combat and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Nice. Okay. She has Higher Ground in the C slot. And then Scowling Fighter. If foe initiates combat or unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25% at the start of combat, inflicts attack res -4 on foe, deals damage equal to 20% of unit's res, reduces damage from foe's attacks by 20% of unit's res, and grants special cooldown charge +1 2 unit per attack during combat. And also, if foe's attack can trigger foe's special and unit's res is greater than or equal to foe's res +5, inflicts special cooldown count +1 on foe before foe's first attack during combat. Alright, her entire kit is tied to resistance. That gives her some future proofing, but it won't last forever. The minute she falls behind in res, she just gets absolutely obliterated. Because everything is tied to her res. So that's the only negative I see with this. She's green, and to be honest, I couldn't really tell you what are the best nukes in the game right now in terms of range. So I couldn't tell you whether green is a good color or not. But she's armored. She's a savior unit. I don't like savior units, so... This is one of the best nukes in the game, though, so her being able to survive pretty well against it is pretty solid. I will say, though, I feel like nukes are getting out of... I feel like tanks are getting out of hand. Kind of ridiculous. So we'll see how it goes.
I am not a defect.
These clothes look so much better than other clothes. So we have Feldchild's Blade. He is an infantry red sword, by the way. Very original. Accelerate special trigger. If foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, inflicts Spectrum -5 and neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat. If foe initiates combat, or if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25% of the start of combat, inflicts penalty on foes' attack speed, defense, res equal to the number of distinct game titles among allies within 3 spaces of the unit times 3 plus 4 max 10. Reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduces damage by X% skills by 50%. Unit deals plus X damage. Reduces damage from foes attack by X. And reduces damage from foes specials by X during combat. What is X tied to? Is it... Oh, that's the titles thing. Okay. Okay. And comes with Gust as well. Okay. And then we have a Bond Breaker, special A skill. Unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. At start of player phase or at enemy phase, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Fell's Spirit to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn, and inflicts attack speed -7 and Schism on closest foes and any foes within 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. If foe initiates combat, or if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25% at the start of combat, grants Spectrum 9 to unit and reduces damage from foes' first attack by 7 during combat. So flat damage reduction. And also, if unit's HP is greater than 1, and the foe would reduce unit's HP to 0, unit survives with 1 HP. So we have a miracle built in, which is pretty nice. And we've already established that Fell Spirit's pretty sweet. So they've got... Both the leaders have some pretty sweet, you know, usability and supportability to their allies. How good is it compared to other red swords? Probably not better than something like Felix, Brave Felix. But yeah. And then we have SD Spike Wall, which we've had different spiked walls before. Foes with range equal 1 cannot move through adjacent spaces, and foes with range 2 cannot move within 2 spaces, and inflicts speed defense -4 on foe. Deals damage equal to 15% of the greater the unit's speed or defense. Reduces damage from foe's first attack by 7. And neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. So, solid kit overall. Will be mostly tied to the unit speed. Do they give the unit speed in here? Doesn't look like it. So it's going to be tied to the unit speed. So once again, with the exception of the titles thing from the weapon, you're going to have to make sure that you have... You're going to have to make sure that you have good speed in order to survive with this character. Alright, so we have our odd one in here. Lena, which honestly...
Those who resist Lord Medius will die.
I never played Mystery of the
As
Emblem,
you command.
So I don't know much about Lena, but I always felt she wasn't that popular. So we have Martyr's Staff. Calculates damage like from staff like other weapons. Accelerates special trigger at start of player phase or enemy phase. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack res +6 bonus doubler and neutralizes penalties on unit during combat to unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Okay, that's pretty... It's pretty gross. If unit initiates combat or is within 3 spaces of an ally, inflicts penalty on foes attack res equal to 20% of unit's res at start of combat +6. Unit deals +X damage times 5. X equals the total number of bonus effects active on unit and the number of penalty effects active on foe. Excluding stat bonuses and stat penalties, maximum of 5. Okay. And the unit will make a guaranteed follow-up attack during combat. It will grant attack and res +5 to allies within 3 spaces of unit during combat. And then also grants if units HP. So grants Miracle to allies within 3 spaces of units. So that's actually pretty far. The trigger is per team, though, not per unit. That kind of sucks. But, I mean, I guess it would be kind of OP if it was for the entire team. But it is a buff granted to units, so it kind of sucks that it shares the same like team-wide one-time use. So, all right. Holy pressure. And sorry, I didn't see Magic Shield Plus. Okay. Then we have Attack Res Tidings. If unit initiates combat or is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to units attack res equal to the number of allies within 3 spaces of unit times 2, plus 8, maximum 12. And foe cannot counterattack during combat. Okay. And then we have Resistance 4 and plus Pulse Up Ploy. Pretty good. Usually, at least in the most recent Fallen banners, there's like one standout, maybe 2 standouts, and then the rest are just kind of okay. It's like the days of like the entire banner being disgusting, I think are kind of behind us. But this that sound, like the sound design on that is absolutely immaculate. Unbelievable job. Yeah, I thought that was a lot further the first time I saw it. It's only 3 spaces though. This one though is crazy because he counterattacks from across the map. And if that's the case, this might actually be worth. The thing about armors that I hate is having to position them. But if I can just like have them positioned way the fuck out of the way, like I'm all for it. All right, so we have accelerates special trigger if foe initiates combat or if unit's HP is greater than, sorry, it's called Arcane Crest. Accelerate special trigger if foe initiates combat or if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25% at start of combat, grants bonus to units stats equal to 25% of foe's attack at start of combat -4. Max 14, minimum 5. Neutralizes penalties on unit. Deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack. Reduces damage from foe's attack by 15% of unit's attack. And grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack during combat. At the start of turn, if unit is adjacent to any beast or dragon allies, or if unit... So your standard transformation for armored units, armored beast units. Pretty solid. And you know that can be given to any other beast unit in the game. So that's pretty good. Attack Defense Fortune. Hang on, wait a second. I'm trying to they're for the most part this will want to go on probably either infantry beasts or armored beasts. You probably wouldn't put this on other beasts. That's what I was just thinking about right there. Who would want to actually use it? Like the first one that comes to mind is something like Murim, I think his name is. Also like the Mordecai's. So we have in the A slot we have Attack Defense Fortune, which increases the transformation effect to make it larger. If defending an Aether Raids at the start of the enemy turn 1, if conditions for transforming met, unit transforms, and if unit transformed or foe initiates combat, grants attack defense +8 to unit and neutralizes foe's bonuses to attack defense during combat and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Pretty awesome. Has sturdy beast, great. We have Assault Fighter, which is new. If unit initiates combat or is within 3 spaces of an ally, inflicts attack defense -4 on foe, deals damage equal to 20% of unit's defense, reduces damage from foe's attacks by 20% of unit's defense. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack and reduces the percentage of foe's non-special, reduces damage by X% skills by 50% during combat. Pretty solid. All based on your defense. The weapon is based on your attack. So I'm expecting this to have some crazy attack and defense. So here's his C skill. Let's see how crazy this is. If foe with range 2 Initiates combat against the ally within 2 spaces of unit. Triggers savior on unit. Okay. If foe initiates combat against a target ally within 4 spaces of unit, trigger savior on unit. Wait, what? I feel like there's some missing text here. If foe with range 2 initiates combat against an ally within 2 spaces of unit, triggers savior unit. So it's a far savior. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was a near savior. If foe initiates combat against the target ally within 4 spaces of unit, triggers savior on unit. And then it says if support partner is on player team, target ally is any support partner. Otherwise, target ally is the ally with the highest attack on player team. Okay. So there's 2 different conditions for getting savior. Either you get your standard far save, or if it's a support partner, it doubles the range of the savior. And in that case, it doesn't matter if it's in that case, it doesn't matter if it's ranged or melee. Okay. Unit can move to a space within 2 spaces of target ally. If unit is transformed or if foe initiates combat, grants attack defense res +5 to unit and deals +7 damage. Reduces damage from foe's attack by 7 and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack during combat and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack during combat, and any reduces damage by X% effect that can be triggered only once per combat by units equipped. Special skill can be triggered up to twice per combat. Wow, that's a mouthful. It's very interesting. Now it said 4 spaces. Let's double check the range here. Okay, so range 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 4 away. It's a massive range. And he's normally a far savior, but if it's your support partner, then you get savior from both. Interesting. So it's really good for setting up things in Aether Raid's defense. Honestly, I don't know what to think about this one. I don't know what people are going to think about it. Generally, the way these things work is saviors are not good Omni tanks. They're usually all in on either ranged or melee. So this one being an Omni tank for a specific unit, like you can make a bait unit. I don't know what to think. I think we'll find out, but yeah, we'll have to see. So that's interesting. And then it can teleport in. Yeah. All right. Do we have any information on? No, we don't. So we don't know what the Grand Hero battle will be, but it'll probably. Actually, I don't know what game it'll be from. You know, a lot of times they always have it all from the same game, but this time they kind of just took a smattering from all kinds of different games. If I were to take a guess, it's not going to be Engage. It's probably going to be something from either the new mystery of the new emblem or it's going to be from 3 houses. Don't know what it is, but we'll find out within the next day or so when data mines start coming out. Overall, I'm not a fan of the banner only because I don't like I don't like armored units. Like, I just hate that part of the game. I'm more interested, like, I love it when someone builds up their super tank ball and I just rip it to shreds. Like, I just laugh. Makes me feel good. I don't like I just don't like tank metas. And I don't like the movement on, you know, tanks. The thing that got me excited about Dedue was his range. So who knows? Maybe I'll pull for Dedue, but I think I may wait until the wedding banner is announced, and then we'll know for sure. Because to be honest, the wedding banner, next month's new heroes, and the swimsuit banners are much more important to me. So we'll see what happens, but that's gonna be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Good luck to everyone out there on your pulls. If I had to choose the best ones out there, Alir is coming in as probably one of the best tanks out there. And Dedue's got some interesting tank mechanics. I don't know if that's going to make him the best far save, near save tank out there. And then the other two, there's some nice support abilities for them, but I think overall they're not going to be very popular. So spend your tickets wisely, and then do know that the wedding banner is coming, and generally always the wedding banner has at least one crazy unit in it. Though it has been dry for like a year or two, so we'll see if that still happens. But all right, well, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Neptorka out. See you guys.